Hello guys, hope you all are doing well. Today's English lesson is from Scope 1 Student Book. Please take out your books. Scope 1 Student Book, Unit 8, page 72-73. And the lesson title is Reading, Listening and Vocabulary. We're gonna focus on these three skills. Please open your books, page 72. And here is the Unit 8. City to City is the title of the unit. And here are three questions to discuss and talk about. Question 1, do you live in a city or in the country? It means countryside. Question 2, are cities a good place to live? Why? Why not? Question 3, do you like where you live? Why? Why not? We can give one answer for these three questions. These days, most people live in the city than in the countryside. Why? They think that life is easier in the cities than in the countryside. So there's a text about future living or cities in the future. Exercise 1. Read and listen to the article on page 73. Then match paragraphs 1 till 4 with the headings A till E. There's one extra heading that you don't need. These are the heading and the paragraph is on page 73. We have to match after listening. Now let's listen to the
Track 15,
paragraph
Unit 8,
on page
Reading,
70.
page 72, Exercise 1.
Cities of the future. Then and now. At the beginning of the 19th century, only 3% of the world's population lived in cities. Now, for the first time in history, more people live in cities than in the country. Will this trend continue in the future? Experts think so. They predict that by 2050, 70% of people in the world will live in cities. And by the end of the 21st century, that figure will increase to 75%. The world's largest cities. As more people migrate from the country to the city, what will happen to the cities? Obviously, they will become much larger. 21 cities around the world are now so large that they are called megacities. That means they have a population of more than 10 million. Tokyo in Japan is the world's largest megacity, with a population of over 35 million. That's more people in one city than in the whole of Australia. A solution to overpopulation. Overpopulation in cities leads to a shortage of essential things like housing, electricity, food, and public transport. It also leads to pollution of the air and water. In some countries, the government is doing something about the problem of overpopulation by building new cities. In India, for example, they are planning to build 7 modern megacities over the next 40 years. They hope that when people move there, life will be easier in the traditional cities. A new kind of city. By 2025, there will be a new city in the Middle East, Masdar City in Abu Dhabi. It won't be a megacity, and it will be different from the average modern city because it won't have any skyscrapers. It will be much more environmentally friendly too. It will get its electricity from renewable energy, and people won't drive through its streets. They will park outside the city and then move around Masdar either on foot or by an ultra-modern electric public transport system. Is this the future for all our cities?
Now listening is done. We're gonna talk about the meaning of the highlighted words, as you see, and there are 4 paragraphs and with some highlighted words. The first one is trend. It means a general change. like a total change in some places. Migrate means when someone or some people move to from a place to another for work or live there. Overpopulation when there are too many people in one place, it is overpopulation. Shortage means a lack of something when there isn't enough of something. Pollution, to be dirty or dangerous, that's pollution. And skyscrapers means very tall building, very high buildings. Environmentally friendly, that's good for environment, not harm the environment. Renewable energy, when there's a new source to get energy, there will be renewable energy. As we know this, we have to match the highlighted words with a definition from WordCheck. The first one, what does this mean? When too many people live in one city, that's overpopulation. Number 2, skyscrapers, extremely tall buildings. This is the word and this is the definition. The word trend means a general change. And number 4, environmentally friendly means that doesn't damage the conditions in which people, animals and plants live. It means that doesn't damage the environment or of people, animals and plants live or the ecosystem. Number 5, that's renewable energy. I put this arrow. Renewable energy means sources of energy that will always exist. And number 6, pollution, making the air, water, etc. dirty and dangerous. That's the definition of pollution. And number 7, migrate, go and live and work in another place. Number 8, shortage, when there isn't enough of something, when there's lack of something, that will be shortage. These are the words and with the definitions that I matched for you. Please write it down in your notebook and practice with them. And let's go back to page 72 to match the heading with the paragraphs that I did for you. The first one, a solution to overpopulation, that's matched with paragraph 3. And B, a new kind of city, that's matched with the last paragraph. And C, life in the countryside, that's extra, not needed. D, then and now, that's done, matched with paragraph 1. And E, the world's largest cities, that's matched with paragraph 2. And exercise to read the article again and answer the questions. We listen to the article and read again, please. Then we're gonna do it orally. You can write down something I'm gonna tell you. Question 1. Where did people usually live at the beginning of the 19th century? But if we get it from the text, most people live in the countryside. Life was like that at that time too. What is the difference between a city and a megacity? A megacity has a population of more than 10 million people, but city is not like that. What happens to the air and water when too many people live in one place? They become polluted. It means water and air. And why are they going to build some new megacities in India? To make life easier in the traditional cities, so they want to make, because megacities means when more than 10 million people live there. What's special about the new city in Abu Dhabi? The special is the first one, we can put some points. It won't have any skyscrapers that we get from the text. 2, and it will be more environmentally friendly. And the last one, people won't drive in the streets. That's just about the answer for the questions. And paragraph exercise 3, you can skip this, and we're gonna talk about this one later. And paragraph exercise 5, match the highlighted words in the article with the definitions in the word check, then complete the sentences with the 6 of the words. We matched the highlighted words with the definitions, and now we're gonna do this. Number 1, there is often a shortage of water when it doesn't rain for a long time. So there are some gaps. We have to put the highlighted words to complete the sentence. The second one, the Burj Al Khalifa is one of the world's most famous skyscrapers. Number 3, sometimes the air pollution in Beijing is so bad that people have to stay indoors. When the air is polluted in Beijing, people have to stay indoors. Number 4, there's a new trend for using more renewable energy. That's the trend. Number 5, people often migrate to big cities to look for jobs. And number 6, electric cars are more environmentally friendly than traditional cars. And exercise 6 for you. Just please try to read the questions and write some short answers. And about exercise 4, we're gonna do it in the next lesson. Thank you for